but there is only one religion. It is made to worship a man. His name is Muhammad. And today we are going to prove it, that Allah himself, he converted to Islam because of Muhammad. I just opened, I don't prepare really for my topic, but for some reason YouTube suggested for me a video. And I became so interested. And I click at this video, just like, I just sat behind the computer 5 minutes ago. And I found this video here. It says, this is what Prophet Muhammad, SAW, looked like. This is what Prophet Muhammad, SAW, looked like. And then if you watch the video, feel free to watch it. I just showed you the name. It says that Allah, he made the prophets look so good, because people judge by the appearance. People judge by the appearance. If you don't believe me, you can watch the video. His face would laminated. He's so white. And because Allah, he knew that a human being judged by the appearance, he have to make Muhammad look so good. And look so good mean look so white. I mean, have you ever? And the Muslim, they go to the black African and they say to them, did you see how the Christian, they paint Jesus as a blonde guy with the blue eyes? My friend, not a single verse in the Bible says what was the color of Jesus, because Christianity doesn't care. And if you go about pictures, this is pictures, you will see Jesus in Ethiopia, he is black. In Philippines, he is Asian. What does this have to do with the Christianity? But this is your religion. Allah, he have to make his prophets so beautiful. I wish I can play the video for you. You would die laughing. All the prophets and messengers would be upright and would be handsome. Now I know why I don't fit for the job. I applied many times. And always my resume was rejected. They look at the picture and they say, no way. I cannot play it. If we play it, they will flag us. And then they start describing how Muhammad looked like, the appearance. The appearance is so important. And there is a reason for this appearance to be so important, because people judge by appearance. That's so true. People judge prophet by their appearance. I wonder how Abraham, he looked like when he is so old man. I mean, what appearance? Life is not fair. If Allah chose you to be a prophet, you will look so good. Even if your mother and father look so bad. When my mother, she gave birth to me, my father, he was seeking revenge from my mother for such a baby. So he said, he looked like you, to my mother. My mother, she said to him, no, he looked like you. This is how bad that situation is. What the heck is this? And then they continue describing for you how amazing this prophet is. His face would illuminate. The prophet is made of LED. Don't say Islam is racist. His face have to eliminate. Maybe he's an African? No, he is so white. Look, look, look. أبيض كأنما صيغ من فضة. What does that mean? He is white as if he made it from the best of silver.
من فضة. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was white in complexion.
You see, the coward, he did not translate exactly. He did not translate exactly what he's in Arabic. He white in complexion. And you are saying to me, why the Prophet did not? I mean, why anyone in the world will not convert to Islam now? Look, he's white. He's white. And he is so, he is LED. I mean, when the first time LED is discovered? Just let us be honest here. Is your face LED? It's not. Your face is not even halogen, which has caused a lot of energy. The Prophet is LED, and he is using the, and there's different video. I mean, this video came in my way. This is the first time I see it. I saw the Prophet of Allah. في ليلة, and look, always the moon is there. I mean, and they are comparing the Prophet with the moon. We saw a video like this before. I remember the guy, he almost cried. He looked at the Prophet, he looked at the moon, he looked at the Prophet, he looked at the moon. And the conclusion is, the Prophet is whiter than the moon. So our topic today, why Allah he converted to Islam. I think we are done. I think, do we need any reason? And remember, Muhammad is the best of all prophets. So that means he is the most handsome too. They have a book in Portuguese. Yeah, we have. But I think Amazon is, it took it off the shelf. I will see later what I would do. I might post it for free, just to get the Muslim busted. You know, they think they can fight me. I will post it for free. So, well, and anyway, and this way many people will read it even more. No, we cannot play the videos because, you know, we play a little short and they make a drama about it. So this is the only religion have a very special scenario because it's a white supremacist cult. Focus too much in the look of Muhammad, and as you see, Muhammad, he have, you know, when they say the Prophet have to be so good in looking, and then they said he is white. So he cannot be so good in looking unless he is white. أبيض كأنما صيغ من فضة. Extremely white. There's a strong connection between your color and you being sent by God. According to Muslims, and here you see the madness. When they go and speak to black people, they say to them, you know, Jesus the white man, and do you know what the white man did to you? And do you know what the European white men they did to your grandfathers? They will not tell them that we are the one who captured your grandfather and we are the one who sell them to the white man. And they will not tell them that in our religion, you cannot be a prophet unless you are white. And not only white, you have to be extremely white. There's a hadith we mentioned before. I don't know if you remember. This is a Muslim website. It's called what? The Sunnah Foundation in America. We are so happy to have you in America. Sunnah Foundation. I'm so glad. We mentioned this hadith before, and there's many actually, not only one. And this hadith says, how لولاك ما خلقت الأفلاك, sorry. If not you, I would not create the universe, Muhammad. So everything we have is for the beauty Queen Muhammad. The reason Mars, Mercury, the sun, the earth, you and me, the frog, the lizard, the trees exist just for the sake of Muhammad. And then we read, and this is a question, asking the sheikh, fatwa, as you see here, fatwa, when you see fatwa, that's mean an answer from a high authority, fatwa. If not you, Muhammad, I would not create the creation. All the creation created just for Muhammad. And here you ask yourself, what is the purpose of Allah to exist? Is Muhammad. Why Allah is exist? You see, how we can prove that there is a God, his name is Allah, is exist. If you ask a Muslim this question, he will say, well, the creation, look around you, the sky, the earth, etc. So somebody created that. Obviously, Allah created them. And then we find that the proof of the existence of Allah is Muhammad. Because if not Muhammad, there's no creation. And if there's no creation, there's no Allah. And the drama continue, worshipping a man. Here they are asking the question, here is the answer. There is many hadith in this effect, and here they are quoting to you some. Allah said when Adam made a mistake, he asked Allah, I ask you for the sake of Muhammad to forgive me. Allah said, what the heck, Adam? How you know that, how you recognize Muhammad when I have not created him yet? And here the things get more silly. You know, when Allah, before he created anything, he made a chair. You need a chair to sit on. And then right away, Allah, he grabbed a pen, he created a pen. And then he started writing the name of Muhammad on his chair. The first thing he did, that's it. He cannot even wait. He made the chair and he started doing graffiti. The first graffiti got Muhammad, 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 Muhammad. In the side, in the handle, in the leg, in the left leg, in the right leg, in the upper leg, underneath, in the top of the chair, and behind his head, behind his shoulder, everywhere. Muhammad, 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 Muhammad Rasulullah. So Allah here gets surprised when he heard that Adam, he knew Muhammad. I mean, remember, Muhammad is not exist yet. So how in the word Adam, he knew? So he asked Adam, how in the world you know Muhammad when I did not even created him? Allah was astonished, like, what the heck? You cannot believe it, by the way. If I am Allah, I will do the same. And here you ask yourself, I mean, isn't this the God who says he knows everything? How come he did not know how Adam he knew? Allah, he can read your mind. Allah can read your heart. Allah can read your whatever. Now Allah cannot even read how in the world Muhammad been recognized by Adam. Allah is in trouble now. So Adam, you know, he got the opportunity now to show Allah that he have a high IQ, not like him. So he said to him, oh Allah, when you created me and blew into my spine, where? Into my spine. I lifted my head and saw written on the arsh, which means the chair, the throne, La laha laha Muhammad salu laha. What the heck? Adam, he was reading Arabic when Arabic wasn't exist yet. It's written in Arabic on the throne of Allah that there is no God but Allah, and there's no prophet but Muhammad. So I got to know that you would only join your name with him who is most beloved to you. Do you see the word here, join your name with? And the funny, the Muslim, they say that other believe are mushrikeen. Mushrikeen, which mean they associate, they join the name of somebody with the name of God. This is what mushrikeen mean. Sharaka is like, you know, partners. Sharika is a company of partners. So shirk is coming from the word ashraka or sharaka. So the Muslim, they accuse everybody to do shirk. But as you see, Allah, he joined his name with the name of Muhammad. And here you notice that Muhammad already established Islam before Adam. And Allah converted to Islam because he's in love with Muhammad. If Muhammad was a Hindu, by the way, Allah will become a Hindu. If Muhammad was a Buddha or Buddhist, Allah will become a Buddhist. But Allah could not resist. And the proof of that, he wrote his name everywhere. And the funny is that the Shahada written saying there's no God but Allah and Muhammad is a prophet. So what about the 124,000 prophets Allah he sent? Why Allah don't write their names? Those poor guys did nothing to Allah? Nothing. Muhammad is the only one come. Because the rest, actually, all of them, is just to prepare for Muhammad to come. Don't you remember? He's the last one. You know, I remember my mother, she was proud about me because they wrote an article about, you know, somebody in the family in the first page in the book. Yeah. And, you know, in Arabic, the book starts from the right to the left. You know what I mean? So I told her, Mom, this is the last page. This is not the first page. Because in English, they start from the right, left, not from the right. How I forgot. And Allah, he put Muhammad in the last page of the book because he is the best. That's deep. And then we find out that even Isa, or Jesus, he exists because of Muhammad. Allah revealed to Prophet Isa, alayhi salam, peace be upon him, "Oh Isa, have faith, man, in Muhammad, in order your ummah, your people, to do the same. If Muhammad was not in existence, I would not have created Adam, nor I would have made heaven and hell." The Prophet of Allah said that Jibreel, he come to him and said that Allah says, if you were not created, I would not have made the heaven or the hell. The funny is, the Muslims, they say to us, we ask Muslims, where is Allah? They say in heaven. So where was Allah if not Muhammad? He would be homeless. As you see, heaven and hell are created for the sake of Muhammad. So before Allah, he planned to create Muhammad, there is no heaven, there is no hell. Where Allah was? That is a question any Muslim can answer so easy, especially if your name is Nader Ahmed. I mean, this YouTube suggests to me videos. I'm from the middle of nowhere. I was, you know, looking at YouTube and then debate Nader Ahmed with David Wood. I did not listen, but I just scroll, like, you know, the bar, so I can skip the stupidity. And the funny, he was talking about that Jesus, he ordered us to eat monkeys. And then I remember that Nader Ahmed in Paltalk, he used to have a nickname as Monkey Box. You believe it or not, his name is Monkey Box. This is his name in Paltalk. Oh boy. Yeah, Jesus ordered us to eat monkeys. Islam did not order us to. And then Nader Ahmad, he said to David Wood, he said exactly the same. You remember when he called me about alcohol? Exactly the same thing. But for sure with, I mean, with David, he can play a little bit. With me, we made him shish kebab hummus. You remember? Okay, Nader, is that alcohol good or bad? Actually, if I play his debate here, we will die laughing. So I don't want to cause somebody heart attack. Unbelievable. Yeah. But you know, those people, they have, Lord have mercy on them. Unbelievable. No, honestly, his name in Pal Talk used to be Monkey Box. That's what he called himself. I mean, Monkey Box talking about eating monkeys. And we as a Christian, we've been ordered to eat monkeys. Where is that? Oh boy. So as you see here, you know, everything exists for a reason, and the reason is Muhammad. I just walk outside and I saw a cockroach. And I said to myself, why does cockroaches exist? The answer, Muhammad. And then the cockroach is a flying cockroach. I said, why he have wings? The answer is Muhammad. The reason of everything is Muhammad. Did you lose your job? It's destiny. And why destinies exist? For Muhammad. So you lost your job because of Muhammad. Did you get a new job? Why you got a new job? It's a destiny. Why the destinies exist? Because of Muhammad. Did you get divorced? Why you got divorced? It's a destiny. And why destinies exist? For Muhammad. And now we can solve all the problems in the world. We are not confused no more. Anything happen, like I have my phone here, and they send an alarm says, tornado warning, there's a storm. Tornado warning. Why tornadoes exist? For Muhammad. To make it more simple for you to understand, why Shaitan he fought? For Muhammad. When the Muslim they call for the adhan, Shaitan he do fart. And by the way, this is confirmed by NASA. There's a, you know, NASA, in case you do not know, NASA is like a tribe of people who live in Brazil. You know, they call them NASA because, you know, they are like, all of them, they are women, you know, Nisa, you know, from the Nisa chapter, NASA. So all of them, those who, you know, NASA, are women. And as Ibn Battuta, he said, all of them, they have a 3 breast. The most famous historian who visited the whole world, Ibn Battuta, the Muslim, they speak about him a lot. He's the only one discovered an island of women only have a 3 breast. I don't know why not 4. Don't ask me. But this is true. So NASA, after a long study, short and wide, up and down, they did everything they can to prove that this is not true. They don't want to believe in this. But my friend, the same as what happened to the 2 scientists who hired by the Catholic Church, remember the video? Who hired by the Catholic Church to prove that the fly does not have medicine and disease in the same time, happened to them. They discovered that global warming happening because of Shaitan. Because Shaitan, he is farting methanol and a lot of gas. And imagine how many Muslims are saying the name of Muhammad and Allah every day. 5 times a day, every Muslim, he do that. Supposedly. So Shaitan, he have to fart. If the Muslims are 1 billion, he have to give 5 billion fart a day, which is amazing. I mean, why we pay for gas if we can just use the gas? You know, why we don't connect the anus of shaitan to a cable or like a pipe, collect all his farting and connect it to houses around the world, get energy for free? Why we pay, you know, the propane you pay for, it's very expensive, and it's just nothing but fart. So why the shaitan fart? Because of Muhammad. Everything happened in the world because of Muhammad. And here, by the way, shaitan, he fought because he didn't want to hear the name of Muhammad. You see even how the name of Muhammad, how like amazing, so strong, you know? And shaitan, he think, stupid shaitan, stupid idiot. He think if he fart, he can stop himself from hearing. Good luck with that. And now the Muslim, they're using the Christian electricity, the kuffar electricity, and they have big speakers all over Pakistan. And then we find in the Quran that Allah, he said that he witnessed. He took shahada. If we ask Muslims, Allah, he took shahada to whom? Who Allah he witnessed to? In chapter 3, verse number 18, Allah, he said, there's no God but He. He who? See, if I am the one who's talking, why I say there's no God but He? Why I don't say there's no God but I? And how in the world that work? There's no God but I. Why I didn't say I'm the only God and that's it? There's no God but I. You just deny existence of God, and you just acknowledge that, you know, deny that you exist too, because you said, but He. So the one who wrote this verse, he cannot be Allah. And actually the translation is not too much accurate. Look, in Arabic it says, شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو. Then the stupid Arabic here says, وَالْمَلَائِكَ وَأُولُو الْعِلْمِ قَائِمًا بِالْقِسْطِ. Well, if you connect it, it's going to look like that there's no God but God, which is He, and the angels and the people of knowledge doing justice. Well, what the heck is that? I thought the one who do justice is only God. Angels didn't do justice. Since when angels, they judge anyone? And since then, when people of knowledge, they do justice? Because whatever knowledge you have, your knowledge is short. Therefore, your justice cannot be justice. As an example, if somebody kills somebody, you bring me two witnesses. If they are even lying, we agree that the guy did it. Even if they are lying, two witnesses. So how that can be just? So here you see the stupidity. And then it continues saying, and there's no God but He. Again, you repeat the same thing. You just said that. He is the exalted, He is the power, He is the wise. This sentence doesn't sound wise at all. So when Allah, He took the Shahada and He converted to Islam, why He did not put the name of Muhammad with it? You remember when we played the video of this guy, the one the Muslims killed him, Rashad Khalifa? You remember it? He said that Muslims, they are committing shirk. They associate the name of Muhammad with the name of Allah. And he's right. There's a verse in the Quran. It says that the mosque are made for Allah. So don't call in the mosque any name beside the name of Allah with Allah. Chapter 72, verse number 18. And the mosque, or the place of worship, are for Allah, between two brackets alone. So invoke not anyone along with Allah. So what is the shahada is for? In the mosque of Allah, you should not mention any name with the name of Allah. For this is the place for Allah. And the funny, if you read the interpretation of this verse, the Muslim, they will say to you that the Christians, when they go inside their churches, they speak about Jesus. So when the Muslim, they go inside the mosque, they don't speak about Allah. All the time they are speaking about Muhammad. Muhammad, his power in bed. Muhammad, how white he is. Muhammad, how his poo-poo smells so good. How the earth opened its mouth to take the poo-poo of the Prophet. I mean, they never find the poo-poo of the Prophet, by the way. Because he do it. Right away, the earth open her mouth. Take it. In the moment. Even his space. His space smells like musk. And that for sure, because as the video we saw, he looks so white. So as you see, Palestine, my friend, give me a break, you and your Israel, and let me block you. You are giving me headache, and you and your stupid argument. If you are against Israel, why Allah he gave the land to Israel? I mean, these people are so stupid. We asked them, who is the one who built the Jerusalem? Muslims, they say, Prophet of Allah, he says, David and Solomon. It's okay, give them the city. The one who built it, he owned it. That's what your prophet said. The one who built the city of Jerusalem, according to the city prophet, which, by the way, this is false. This is showing you that Muhammad is a fraud. How in the world he say that the one who built Jerusalem is David and... I mean, this guy, Muhammad, he knew everything. Muhammad, he knew everything. History, geography, you name it. So the city of Jerusalem is built by who? By who, Muhammad? What's wrong with this man? And then the Muslim, they make a drama. They want to take the city. Even your prophet, he said, this is not your city. Don't change my topic now. As long as you mention the Jerusalem, you see, why the city of Jerusalem is built? For Muhammad. Why Sulaiman and David, they built the city of for Muhammad? So it's obvious, isn't it? You know, those Christians, Jews, they are arrogant. They try to hide the truth. And I remember when I was in school, you know, young, the teacher, he keeps saying, the Jews, they took our city, holy city, we should take it back. Allahu Akbar, we should, one day we pray to Allah to give it. So I put my hand up, I said, sir, who is the one who built Jerusalem? He said, the Prophet of Allah, he said, Sulaiman, the son of David. And then I said, but is it Sulaiman is a Jew? He said, sit down, sit down, sit down. What a stupid cult. The Prophet agree that this is a city built by the Jews. And by the way, this is false. This is telling you that Muhammad is a fraud. And he is speaking, by the way, here, not only about Jerusalem, about Al-Aqsa. Al-Aqsa, you know, is built by Suleiman. So why the Muslim will take Al-Aqsa? Anyway, and this guy, he keep coming here, and you know, like, you know, and he called himself Palestine, and he from Pakistan. Go to Palestine and see how they discriminate you. They wouldn't even give you a job as a taxi driver just because you're Indian. Let us see who is going to marry you, his daughter, just because you're Indian. Those are the most racist people ever. You will see a guy from Pakistan, he is so angry for... Go there and see how they would treat you. Didn't you go to Qatar and see how they treat you? Did you see how Qatar, they treat the American? And they treat the Pakistani? They treat you not even as a 5th-class citizen or a human being. But if you're an American passport, brother, they give you a car, brother, nice salary, brother, and you can drink alcohol, brother. I thought I blocked you. This guy, he coming back. Let me block him again. I hope I did not block somebody by mistake. Don't come here, this guy, Palestine. I'm done with you. You are the person the Chinese spoke about in their prophecy. They said he lived as a donkey, never came back as a horse. So even your God, he says this is land was given to the Jews. And he never mentioned that this land is given to anyone else. I remember once I was doing a seminar, and Abdullah, he put his hand, and he was so upset, and he have a paper in his hand. This guy, he wrote the question like 10th century ago. And he said to me, I see you are, you know, like you are pro-Israel, and don't you feel you claim you are Arab, that they took your land from you? I said, you are a Muslim? I said, yeah. I said, MashaAllah. Akas, MashaAllah. Can you open for me the Quran, chapter 5, verse 21? And took him like some time to find it. You know, we are waiting. I said, okay, I found it. He opened his phone. I said, can you read it? Give him the microphone, please. You know, give him the microphone. And he started reading. I said, see? Did you see what happened? He said, what happened? He said, Allah gave the land to the Jews. He said, no, this is not the Jews. I said, read the verse before it. It says, Moses, he said, oh my people, enter the holy land which Allah assigned to you. You should see his face. His name was Palestine, I remember now. Yeah. True story about the name. So when Sulaiman ibn Dawood finished building Bayt al-Maqdis, why Sulaiman built the Bayt al-Maqdis? From Muhammad. Why the tower of, what they call it, the Evil Tower in Paris is built? For Muhammad. Why the Twin Tower in New York was built? For Muhammad. So Al-Qaeda can destroy them, brother. Everything exists for Muhammad. I mean, the mental issue in this religion is beyond imagination. And then they claim that this is their land. But as you see, this is you know, this cult teach that they are superior. Muhammad, he owned the world. Muhammad, he should conquer the world. Anyone who don't believe in Muhammad, he should be treated like an animal. This is why Muhammad, he said clearly that Muslims are the best of mankind, and we're speaking about the white Muslims, the Arab. And this is why he mentioned that those Arab, the white Arab, they have a duty The Quran says in chapter 3, verse 110, that you are the best for mankind, who bring them with the chain round their necks till they embrace Islam. That is the message of Islam, not the message you see in CNN or in Al Jazeera TV speaking about the peaceful messenger of Allah who brought peace for the world. If there is any Muslim would like to call us, if there is any Muslim would like to call us, if there is any, let me know. I will be happy to take you. I did not open my Skype yet, but in case. So here we notice that this cult is a white man cult. Muslims will be in heaven white. Boys in the heaven, they will be white like pearl. Women in heaven, they will be extremely white to the point you can see through their bones. You know, all my life, I wanted to have a woman like this. A woman I can see through her bones. Actually, I'm not interested with the through bones things, but I am interested to see through their purse. You know? Like when you see a woman, like what the first thing you think about? What she have in her purse? You know? Because, you know, women are dangerous. I mean, look. I don't want to get women against me now, but look at their nails. I mean, when you go in the wood, in the jungle, like, you know, I'm born in Brazil, as you know. I look Brazilian, by the way. I have, you know, Brazilian, they have a blue, like a reddish, red eyes, you know, and, you know, blue, like, you know, so I look like, you know, whatever. And I was 60 foot tall, like my father, Adam. And I was born in the Telenor land. It's called Telenor? No, not Telenor. Sorry, Thailand. So anyway, I was born there. And, you know, like then I said to myself, I saw a woman. This is the first time I see a woman in my life, you know? And like, they look different, by the way. Especially in Thailand. Anyway, true story. So I said to myself, what they have in their purse? And I could not find out. And I prayed to Allah. I made a wish. And Allah, He answered my wish. Like, you know, in the Telenor land, you know, like they have something called Baraz Day. Like Baraz Day. But I think it's called Bazaar Day, something like this. It's Bazaar anyway. Like, you know, this remind me when I asked my mother, when I was born, Mom, what day? She said, I don't know the date, but oh, what I know, it was a bad day. You know, like, okay, so since then I celebrate Baraz Day. And then in the Baraz Day, you make a wish. And I made a wish to Allah. And Allah, He answered my wish. Like I have, you know, something, like, you know, we are Arab, you know, so when we have a Baraz Day, like we do TNT, like, you know, a cake, like C4, TNT. Anyway, so, you know, and then my wish come true. And then Allah, He made the promise come true. And He promised me, I will have a beautiful woman, houris, who can see through the marrow of their bones. And now you ask yourself, the wise Allah, why He made us able to see the bones through the marrow? First of all, how in the world Allah, He knew about marrow? Did you ask yourself? This is 1400 years ago. How He knew? Here it doesn't say that really. It says from behind the bones and meat. Now, because of this, your wife, she cannot take your credit card without telling you. She cannot take your hamburger and eat it in her belly, and she'll say, it's not me who ate it, it's your son. Because you can see everything. You can see even what inside the bones. So what about inside the belly? You will see all the S-H-I-T there. You know, so and why Allah, He made those things? For the sake of Muhammad. Why Allah, He made women so white and to the point we can see through the bones? because appearance does matter, as the video said. Appearance does matter. You know, you ask yourself, why does God did not promise us women who they are beautiful and they are black in heaven? Why everything have to be white? The customer is white, the servant is white, the boys are white, Allah is white, Muhammad is white, Jibreel is white. What the heck? And before you enter the heaven, Allah will give you a drink to make you more white. You know? I don't want to take that drink. I am afraid of diarrhea. I hate it. Unbelievable. Do we have any Muslim to tell us how this religion function? The God himself converted to Islam because of Muhammad. The God himself created even his chair created because of Muhammad. So why Allah don't want to say it? So now the chair of Allah exists just for Muhammad. So where is Allah now? He's not in the chair. The Quran says Allah, after he finished creation of the earth and the heaven, he rose upon the chair. If you ask the Muslim what rose upon the chair, they mean, does that mean he is sitting? They say Allah knows best. That's funny, my friend. So is he standing on the chair? I mean, if he is not sitting in the chair, why he got a chair? The second you say chair, even there's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chair chapter. You know? I mean, that's really horrible. Even the chair have a chapter. So you are telling me that a chair have a chapter and big screen TV does not? Do we have any Muslim? Any Muslim have a comment? And by the way, Muslims, is the word kursi, is it Arabic? I mean, everything in this religion is a theft. And you know, the funny is, if you ask the Muhammadan about the kursi of Allah, they say to you that the kursi is not the chair. It's not the throne. They say to you here, I mean, the Muhammad Arabic is really weird. If you go to chapter 22:55, they will say to you, look at the translation here. His throne doth extend over the heaven and the earth. The Arabic doesn't say throne. The earth is the Arabic says his chair. Let us change the translator. What happened? Okay, let's see this translation here. His kursi, look at this. They did not even translate those guys. I mean, what? Maybe because they didn't know. His kursi extend over the heaven and the earth. But if you go and see the Muslim trying to explain to you, those who claim to be scholars, they say to you the kursi is the feet of the chair, is not the chair. What the heck? Since when? Kursi is a chair. Always was a chair. And how in the world the kursi of Allah, the chair of Allah, his size is exactly, you see here it says extends. It doesn't say that. It says wiso, which means the size, the same size, the same distance of the heaven and the earth. And obviously Muhammad do not know that the earth is so small compared to the massive universe. Because you cannot be having the same size of the heaven and the earth unless the earth and the heaven have the same size. You know what I mean? This is scientific mistake. But, you know, as usual. And the Muslim, they used to call this one, actually, they call it al-Kursi, even as a chapter. Do we have any Abdul here? Any Muslim? Anyone? Jesus was a carpenter, so kursi was made by Jesus. Well, you know, the Bible says that the Jews, they say, isn't this is the carpenter once, and then they say he is the son of the, but doesn't mean that Jesus, he was a carpenter. You know, in the Middle East, if you are a son of blacksmith, they call the last name even blacksmith. Do we have any Muhammadan here? Any Muslim have anything to say? Allah himself takes shahada. Allah himself, he do not know what he is talking about. Allah, he himself, in chapter 2, verse number 255, says, La ilaha illa what? Who's saying that? Allah. La ilaha illa huwa. How Allah is Allah, and then he say Allah, La ilaha, it's but he. If Allah is the one who's talking, he should not use the first word. That's a mistake. And if he is the same person, he should not say he, because he's the same person. Any Muhammadan? Any Muslim? Yeah, I don't want you any here anymore. We are silly. You always talk about things we are not talking about. And you are not Palestinian, and you call yourself Palestine. And your God never mentioned that word. So obviously you have mental issue. Imagine I am from, you know, I am like from, let's say, from Nigeria, and I call myself Pakistan. Something wrong with you. What you have to do with Palestine, if it exists. Even your God, Allah never mentioned it. You know, even those in Pakistan, they have a very weird names. They are just trying to copy the Arab. Do you remember the ambassador who the Pakistani government sent him to Saudi Arabia? And he was rejected by the king of Saudi Arabia. His name is the biggest penis. And this is his name in Arabic. They use Arabic words, they do not know what they mean. So the Saudi, you can search, by the way, I'm not making things up, you can search it on Google. The Saudi king, when they give him the name, you know, because the foreign minister of Pakistan will, you know, will send a letter signed by the president that this person will be our ambassador. They will give it to the minister of Saudi Arabia. The minister of Saudi Arabia, they will give it to, they don't have a prime minister there. They have a crown prince and a king. So how in the world they will say in TV that the king of Saudi Arabia today, he shake hands with the biggest penis? You might think I'm making things up. Just wait. I feel like I'm Allah now, and you guys are not believing me. I don't know why. I mean, when everything I'm saying to you is coming scientifically from NASA. What's wrong with people? Okay, let me get you busted, all of you. Pakistan Ambassador Akbar. I'm typing in Arabic. Can you believe it? Okay. Yeah. This is foreign policy. Foreign policy, very well known newspaper. Foreignpolicy.com. Pakistani ambassador, by the way, ambassador. You know, like when I was in Ecuador, I used to say the same way. Pakistani ambassador rejected because of his name is what? NSFW? What the heck is that? I don't know what this word means. His name is what? NSFW? What the heck is that? And then here you see the name in Arabic. Oh. Anyway. Do we have any Muslim have any objection? Any objection? Okay, any conjunction? As long as objection, there's none. We take conjunction. Ah, that will remind me with doing the conjunction of the two C's. You remember the story of Moses when he took his servant Nun, Yeshua ibn Nun, and they took the whale with them, and then they got in touch. The whale got in touch with the fountain of life, Ma'ul Hayat, and then the dead whale came back to life. You know. By the way, this is why I always stay. Like if you ask me now, how old are you? I'm like 16. Why? Because I got in touch with the fountain of youth. You know, when I was watching this, the Spirit of the Caribbean, which is, it's a nice movie because it's a fiction, but it's a stupid movie at the same time. But fiction is stupid anyway. But the nice thing there, that everybody is looking for the fountain of youth. And Muslims, they found it before anyone else. And who found it? A Jew, Moshe. This is Sahih al-Bukhari. And here you will see the story of Moses, how Allah, he told him, you don't know as you think, there's a servant, his name is Al-Khudr, he knew more than you. So Moses, he decided to join a classroom to take a special course from Al-Khadr. Al-Khadr is called Al-Khadr, which means green, because he was one day thirsty, brother, and he drank from the fountain of life, and since then he never died, and he's always young, and he's green. Even when he sat in his ass on the grass, even if it's dry, the grass go green. This is why they call him Mr. Green. Here it says, okay, look with me, look with me. Look at this. Where? Ah, here we go. So they arrived, brother. They arrived to an area, there is a rock, and there was a spring. Okay? There is a spring of water. And then some of the water from the spring, like a drop of water, brother, fall into the big wheel, which is in their back. Look, I think it's a mini wheel. So the water is called Ma'ul Hayat. Between two brackets, the water of life. It will be poured on them, and they will spring out like a seed spring.